dropped off, you know, drop off for the early childhood. There'll be a surmountable curb down here, allowing him access up onto this property. This will be, we'll have signage there, you know, authorized vehicles only. It'll be something that the school district will manage, make sure, you know, who's going back up there.
So that's gonna be built on his easement?
Yes, on the school district's, that easement, yes. This is a access easement, and he has full access from coming off Hiking Drive, coming up and around, like we said, and at one point he goes on back onto the school property and the old valley, or up Treeway.
He goes on the school property.
Well,
His easement's on
the whole easement is on the school's property.
So, what happens if he's carrying a gun?
We'd have to have the fire chief here to answer that. One's out of my,
That's school property.
yeah. I would say that he has to have it in a locked, you know, box. I don't know if I can't speak for the fire chief, or not the fire chief, the police chief.
Have to be in the trunk of his vehicle, and have to be out of the reach of the driver. So he'd be subject to any laws that pertain to things we don't know.
That, I would like a chance to speak to this, maybe now or maybe later. I don't know.
That's fine, if you wanna have some questions?
Yeah, I got, you know, after talking to lawyers, it's my understanding that you cannot do anything to interfere with or endanger the roadway easement, and they mean the entire 66-foot width of the easement, not just the top of it, so to speak. And they're severely changing the grade here. They're actually, you know, after talking to my lawyers, I think what they're doing is illegal. And I certainly would like to get a chance to talk to my lawyer before you approve anything. I talked to Mr.
Is this
Sarvey
within
a
the
little
realm
bit
of,
about it.
is this within the realm of these four?
What?
I'm sorry. Of these four variances?
I think it may be, because does it limit that property owner's ability in the future to develop his land?
That's exactly what I asked at the fair variance hearing. I have a thing I'll read to you.
I don't believe that it does.
What if I wanna build a house there?
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If the building, if they had a building on the easement, then absolutely that would be a problem. Asphalt and dirt to be moved and adjusted. I'm a little concerned about the grade on the east side, because although the school is providing access through their property, there's no true access for him, for Mr. Palichek, to go up that easement with that grade change.
But maybe it sounds like he's not doing that already.
No, I mean, we're getting them back to that tree line way. Right now, the grades, I mean, the grades that he's going up now aren't much different
Than what
he's
they
gonna,
will
than
be.
he'd be driving up that access that we're developing.
That would really be my
But our zoning would not allow a 25% slope, a grade, 25% grade
for a road.
for a road.
And the roadway is not, oh, well, I'm sorry, as we get back up into matching up the existing grades going up there, yes. But we're blending, his access
Trying to
back
think
into
of
the.
what Lamplighter, what your street is for sections.
Yeah, but that was, they were both prior to the latest zoning. I don't think that would happen. I don't think that would be allowed anymore.
Well, the issue would be is if the property was being developed, if a house was built up there and access was required through that easement, it would be the property's owner, they would have to create the access to the easement.
But is that creating
hardship.
a hardship, because it's gonna be very much more expensive. The only way you can do it would be to span the whole length of that hillside. To, you know, I mean, increase the length of the road. I just went through it. And it's hard to see where that would be considered fair, I guess, from what I can understand.
Right, nor is it fair for the school to make the access better too.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
But
you know, we've long asked for, you know, no variance requests if at all possible, and, you know, move as little dirt as you need to, and I think they've achieved that for the most part. That to me is the one area of concern, is the grade on that.
Isn't this all well above 20%?
I don't know.
If you're gonna build a future road, I mean, I know you're talking about this,
Yep.
but that whole point about.
It's more than
That's
25%
25
grade.
That's much more than 25%.
Could be.
Touch,
Could be.
or steeper, so it seems like, yeah, that little 10 feet might be of concern, but it's the same grade as what you would experience once you're above. So to your point, if you're gonna make the road long enough to get it to less than 25, you'd have to either dig it down, so there's 20-foot walls to the side. I mean, it doesn't seem like the issue is just this, it's everything else that, see, that's why you're curling around now.
I'm saying it's an issue once you get to the property anyway.
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's why he's naturally going, you can see he's heading straight up the hill for a longer distance. And he's naturally found a longer way, even though this is probably steeper than the ordinance would allow. So
Yeah.
it's really, I mean, yeah, you could say this is creating condition, but the condition already exists well above. So, wouldn't they have to pass a variance to get the house built up there to have steeper than?
I don't know, I'd have to see what report that they present to us.
Yeah, I mean, but hypothetically is what we seem to be talking.
So, if that easement was made into a road, and then you gotta cross the school property, is that right? At the end? Move it up a little bit,
Right now, we're allowing them to do this.
allowing them to cross the school property.
Right here, where this is flat, pretty much flattened out.
So what I'm saying is, if they develop the land up there, and Mr. Phillips developed the land, and these people carry a gun in the pickup or something, and cross the school property, is that not a law that you can't have to carry guns on school property?
But this is school property here, but the easement's school property too, so no matter what, someone entering that upper property would have to come across school property regardless if they cut over there or not. They're always on school property.
Unless they buy it.